Sarah worked in an animal shelter. It was a job she took seriously, caring for animals in need. But Sarah had a curious and somewhat unusual fascination with oddities, things that others might consider strange or morbid. One day a dog was brought to the shelter. It was sickly, having recently been discovered with its deceased owner's remains. The dog had apparently scavenged from the man's body, which had been left unnoticed for some time. When the sick dog arrived at the shelter, it vomited. Sarah found something particularly disturbing in the mess the dog made on the floor. Sarah was horrified by what she saw. She immediately recognized that it was a human toe. Sarah disposed of the dog's mess in the bin, but an unsettling thought began to take shape in her mind. Later, Sarah retrieved the toe from the shelter's trash bin and carefully preserved it in a jar. She then began to think about what she could do with it. After some research into online communities where unusual specimens were traded, Sarah became convinced that she could sell the preserved toe for a substantial sum. In the days that followed, she shared her plans with her daughter. She didn't quite grasp how wrong this idea was. Sarah placed the jar on a shelf in her home among other peculiar items she had collected over the years. While she hadn't yet gone so far as to list the toe for sale, the idea was firmly planted in her mind. But soon after, the police visited Sarah. They arrived at her home to search for the toe, and what they found inside was deeply disturbing. Not only did they discover the toe in the jar, but also the other oddities Sarah had collected over time. Sarah admitted to taking the toe, explaining that she had planned to sell it. The officers were shocked by her casual attitude toward what was clearly a human body part. The news of Sarah's actions quickly spread, sparking both outrage and disbelief. The deceased man's family was grieving, unaware that his remains had been treated with such disrespect. Sarah's crime was an offense, not just to the deceased person, but also to his loved ones. In court, Sarah's actions were described as astounding by the prosecutor, Magistrate Thomas Graves, who presided over the case, expressed his disbelief at how Sarah could have thought her actions would not lead to serious consequences. Though the crime was severe, Sarah was spared jail time. She was instead sentenced to many months of community service. Sarah, you have shown a complete disregard for the deceased and his family, Magistrate Graves said sternly. And while I will not be sending you to jail today, you must understand that others need to be deterred from committing such offenses. The judge stated that the dead should be treated with respect and care, no matter the circumstances. Sarah's life unraveled in the aftermath. She lost her job at the shelter. In the months that followed, she began to understand the depths of her wrongdoing. What she had initially seen as a harmless curiosity had caused profound harm and distress to others. The toe, once a strange and morbid trophy, became a painful reminder of the boundaries she had crossed. The moral of this story is, the pursuit of curiosity without respect can lead us down a dark path. There is a fine line between fascination and violation, and once that line is crossed, the damage can be far greater than we ever anticipate. One last thing before I go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment, and I will do my best to respond. I don't expect a like or a subscribe, but if you leave either or both, I would really appreciate it. But honestly, I am just happy someone stopped by to watch and listen to my story. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy YouTubing.